more. I don't know. You're bringing trauma to me, man. Stop. Is that what you want me to do? And be like, huh? You're a clown. You're very entertaining, you know, John. But let's get back to the video. Let's see what you're defending. That let's see why what he called them. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, he did it. He did, bro. He said it as educated
Real hard.
and
I tell him to turn
down
around.
to earth. Like, I'm not down to earth, but that's I guess
Right.
simple
You know,
terms
it's
for a
like
simple man.
I tell him to turn around again. He still doesn't want to turn all the way around. So I said, bitch, if I have to tell you to turn around one more time, I'll break your jaw. So he turns around.
You wanna ask Mark for his taster's choice. Mark knows how does Mark
He make him come out his clothes. First, he reluctant about coming out his clothes, so he slap him again. So when he slap him this time, he gonna come up out his clothes. He go to feeling on him. He go to feeling on him.
I squeeze his ass cheeks, two handfuls. Uh, he tenses up, you know. So I started to pull his shirt off of him. I give him the grease.
good? I will counter Waitfully. I'm Waitfully. Rick, come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
Because I know he had never been penetrated before. It was his first time. And also, you know what I'm saying, just an old penitentiary trick that I learned from some old convicts. If he screamed rape, you know what I'm saying, he had grease under his fingernail. So he greased his own self up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna basically lie and tell him I've been fucking him. He's been my boy. Hell, they gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm gonna go to the extreme and get 4 or 5 other guys that lie and say I've been fucking him too, been taking care of him. He's been my boy. So I get the grease. I grease my penis up. You know what I'm saying? So I lay him down on the bunk, flat on his stomach. Uh, so I'm playing, rubbing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Squeezing his ass cheeks, rub my fingers up and down his back. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk him through it, tell him to relax. You know what I'm saying? He still pleading, begging me. You know, like I said, I didn't care to hear any of that. You know what I'm saying? I had made up my mind. So I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slow.
You see, people cannot get mad when you do content off these videos. You're not calling a random person uh these allegations. That is what you call self-admission. This in a courtroom would be case closed. So as a content creator, hey, that's why I said, why do you continue playing this video? Why? Because it's better to hear it from the horse's mouth. You can't get mad at what you said. I'm not making allegations or false claims against you. I'm just going based off of what you said. That's it. That's it. Now, Jonathan Schwartz called you that. And there's a reason he called you that. Why? Because he produced the documentary. He's seen notes. I have contact with Peter Riley and Jonathan Schwartz. So when your cease and letter desert comes, I will file them and I will have them motioned to get into my case because they will have evidence. You must be ignorant, dude. Let me get back to the video. Enjoy the video.
Holy at first, you know what I'm saying, and try to loosen him up. So, he's groaning and, you know what I'm saying, moaning and telling me how it hurts. So, you know, I bag out a little bit, just tell him to relax, breathe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking him.
That's his guilty
This
conscience.
time, my partner,
Shit.
my dog, he at the door. You know what I'm saying? He's standing in front of the cell. So he's like, man, come on, man. Goddamn. Go on, hurry up, man. I want to get straight too. I said, well, come on. I get up off of him. He greases himself up. He shows him no mercy. He fucks him for real. You know what I'm saying? So I had to tell him, hold up, man. You know, slow down, chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt him for real. You know what I'm saying? And he has to go to the hospital, and you know what I'm saying? He's gonna automatically have to say what happened. You know what I'm saying? So
You're right about that, V.
Sex with him first. Then I have sex with him. Then he have sex with him. I have sex with him. Then he have sex with him. And then that was the end of it.
after this, you know, he finishes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So boy gets on the shit jacket. You know what I'm saying? Use the restroom. So I fuck him. He, you know, cleans himself up or whatever.
Hey, can you imagine being in the courtroom and showing this as evidence? Hey, look, Your Honor. They want me to stop They want me to stop making content on this guy. You check it out, Your Honor. Well, what's your opinion on it? The Honor's gonna look at me and be like, you know what, man? Where's this guy at? How come this guy is not locked up? So bring the see. What is this? What this guy said he's gonna send me the. Let me see. Good. I want to inform you that we're receiving a cease and desist letter in the mail. Bring it. Bring it. I want to take a road trip. Where are we gonna file it at? Alabama, Detroit, Texas, Jersey. Where are we gonna file it at? I want to take a road trip. Maybe because the victims ain't out, bro. The victims are your account. Dante, no person in the comments said, look, check this out, y'all. This is what I checked about YouTube. I've been watching YouTube, and I be watching a lot of interesting videos, right? And I see that the video done racked up 20, 30,000 views. But it's more of an educational video. And there ain't no comments. And then you look at the comment section, it says 0 comments. Nobody's put no comments. And I'm like, man, it's just a day ago, 2 days ago, and there's no comments. Why? Because it's like not everybody that has nothing to lose or benefit from it puts in the comments, man. The only one is Dante. I mean, because they haven't seen this case. That's why I want the cease. Send me the letter. Send me the court. That way, when I go to court, I can tell them, look, this is why they want me to stop. And what's your take on it, Your Honor?
He's back on the bed, so I gonna finish up. He said I didn't finish it first. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking, you know.
And then I'm gonna show him this. You know, I don't know if this character is on the case, Your Honor, but look what he says about the fellow man. What do you think, Your Honor?
When he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison? Exactly. That they got a damn thing to do with him. When he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people
What court? No, 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 no. No, John McNair. I want to know what court we're going to file this. What we going to, what court? Are we going to put it in Detroit, Jersey, Texas, Philly? Where are we going to file these motions at? Let me know. Let's get back to it, y'all. We ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. You know why?
You know what I'm saying?
You know why we ain't stopping? Because this guy's right here pleading with them. I don't want to. Oh, hold on. It's over here. I think. I think I fast forward. Let me. You know what I mean? I think it's over here. Let's watch at the beginning.
Full of drug, prostitution. Prisons in the South, you know, a white guy, pretty much. I had.
That's whenever
Games like, you know what I'm saying? No.
Like too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they were a weaker guy in prison. You know, guys run over them and you know.
They might test you with hustling, you know what I'm saying? They might test you with little games like, just playing games like, let me feel on. They might say something like, let me feel on your pussy or whatever. And see
Okay, let it come.
how he respond to it.
Because I want to take a road trip.
They might try it anyway, do it and see what he do. You know what I'm saying? Once they does that, if he don't show, you know what I'm saying?
Because then I'm going to counter sue with all your bullshit, and I'm going to throw you in the mix.
He'll wind up.
Let's get it.
if you go against, maybe what your man wants or however, then that's whenever you broke the rules. You went against it, and there's always gonna be
This documentary was educational. Educational. Why? Because it proves what was going on. This documentary helped pass that Safe Prison Act, that PRED. This documentary had the same effect for legislation in Senate and people of Congress to pass a law in play for federal prisons and state prisons because of this documentary. So when this so-called cease to desist letter comes in the mail, I have to reply. So I'm gonna reply with proceed with myself. I'm gonna present. Be like, okay, when's the court date? Okay, this is the evidence, Your Honor. This is what I'm doing, and they're gonna look at this and be like, this is why we created the pre-act. Exactly, Your Honor. When these guys are getting mad, they're saying to stop speaking on it. It's just pure sick. Any way you look at it, man, it's just pure sickening. And the people that are trying to promote the guy, expose him. Expose him. You're crazy, bro. All right. You're gonna see. You're gonna see, Mr. Dante. You're gonna see. You can send in to desist letters. I've been waiting for you to do that. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna stop me. I guarantee you it's not gonna stop nothing. It's not. It's just gonna open up a bigger can of worm on your ass. You're gonna get jammed up more. So continue it up. Let's play it.
Well, there's severe consequences for that.
Prisons in the South, a white guy pretty much had it hard.
Look, all your texting, all your phone records, all your emails, all the videos that you've done, all the screenshots of the text messages, they're all you. It's going to paint. The judge is going to be like, it's a simple case of who has anything to lose. Who would be mad? Hey, look, man, this guy's been exposing that guy. Oh, well, shit, he's the only one that's going to come looking for him. So 9 out of 10 times, he's the one that had something to do with it. So you're just going to get yourself in a jammed up situation. Yeah, he did. Bad. He did, Blanco. He ruined it. He ruined it. Whatever he had going for himself is bad. Because it's gonna get it's I guarantee you it's gonna get bad for them. I guarantee you. It's gonna get bad. I'm not gonna say too much.
You know, he'll be tested much quicker than a black inmate. You know,
There was this guy who was here before. He was a blood, and
What the fuck is an onion
in
router? What the fuck is
Alabama,
that?
you know what I'm saying? A lot of places, you know what I'm saying, they don't believe in a white guy being a blood.
The fuck is that?
I had feelings for him.
Onion router. What the fuck is an
Even
onion
at the
router?
time that he was still claiming to be a blood, but by us acknowledging him as a blood,
I don't know, man. Maybe a public apology, you coward.
I pushed that lust.
It ain't even about finances or money with me.
So for me to meet him, and he was already a member.
Let me stop this. Before YouTube, I didn't have no conflict resolution problems. How can I say? I always wanted to not crash out, but hit the first punch. So I had been working on that for many years, but it's difficult to work on it when you're avoiding the confrontation all the time. This, I couldn't avoid the confrontation. I had to constantly be and appear and show my face. So it helped me within somewhat of a conflict resolution. So in a way, it's therapeutical for me. It helps me engage with people. It helps me if a problem arises, I'm able to sit back, dissect it, and not take it as too serious. As not everything in life is that serious as it once for me. That's the thing. I can't be comparing the past with what it is now. What's going on, Jojo? So it's therapeutical. I didn't have no conflict resolution. It was always ready to attack. But by it being social media, your resolution is you sit back and you analyze. Snowball is a good character, man. I'm trying to find him. I don't know how big man is, but I'm not worried about that. I mean, if you're worried about who Big Third is, apparently you're stuck on Big Third. Go look for him. Big Third is irrelevant. I don't know no Big Third, fourth third, fifth third, second third, or any third, half a third, second third, fourth of a third of a third. It doesn't bother me. You done called everything. Let's get back to the video, man. I don't know why I waste my time arguing with. Hey, meet me in the comment sections later on. John, meet me in the comments. Right now, I'm trying to do a live. I'll keep we'll keep each other entertained in the comments. Right now, you're kind of throwing me off my A game because I'm trying to concentrate over here. Defense, offense. Let me play my offense. I don't want to ban you. You're entertaining. You're entertaining to me. You know what I mean? Let me explain my therapeutical Therapists are expensive, man. For somebody to sit there just listen to you babble and half-ass agree with you. But see, this is the real conflict resolution. When people talking about, oh, we're gonna pull up to your house and we're gonna make a long drive, and I say, you know what? Stop at Buc-ee's. If you're gonna make a long trip, stop at Buc-ee's. I recommend you get the sliced brisket. Don't get the chopped. The chopped, you know, they put that little fat. They tend to sneak them little fat pieces in there, and you get them chewy. So go with the chopped. Don't forget the pecan, the glazed pecans. Those are pretty good. Uh, I like the key lime pudding or the chocolate. Those are good for the road. Nah, I'm not gonna abandon him. He's entertaining. That's why I'm asking him. I'm asking him, yeah, man, you know, we can hit each other up in the comments, man. We're keeping each other entertained in the comments. See, Hips got skeletons in his closet too. I don't blame him. He don't want to really be talking about it because it's like he still got skeletons in his closet. Markin could come out any day and say, you know what, man, me and him were having 69. Mark one day can just wake up and say, man, you know what? I'm spilling the beans on everybody. You know, Hips was doing this, I was doing that, Honey Bun, you know, everybody, you know, he's just gonna wake up one day and say, fuck it. I'm telling it. He's getting to that point, you know what I mean? Hips was cool, man. But Hips, what I didn't like about Hips, I'm gonna be honest. What I didn't like about Hips is that I felt Hips was talking to somebody that was on Dante's side for a minute. Either he knew him through prison or he knew he was supplying Hips, basically. So whoever was supplying Hips had inside information. So that's why I kind of gave up on Hips. Not because he was not being honest with the stuff, but I feel like he was being dishonest by being a substance abuser. You really can't trust him. I've never trusted in my life, and I'm not going to start now. Those are the first people I will never trust. I learned that when I was 12 years old. I'm 44, 45. I'm sticking to my guns. I still see them the same way. Yeah, bro. It's sad to say, but at least I give the dude a pass. Not a pass, but shit, man. You know, I don't know what being held down and 6 dudes having their way with you, even if it was 1, 2, or any kind of dude having their way with you, and you not being able to do nothing about it. How does that affect your mentality, bro? You know, and it's sad that dude Thomas Harris. I don't want to say it, man, but by the way that guy was looking, if I was a betting man, I say he's no longer here. Either from his own doing, an OD, or just said, hey, you know, fuck it, man, because look, I'm gonna take it back, man. Look, it's just it's fucked up, man. That this guy, you can see it in this guy's face and tears and shit. It's like, fuck, man. You know, I'm a cold-hearted motherfucker. If I see a homeless dog or I see a homeless person, I give the homeless dog the burger. And it kind of sucks. Nah, see, I found his nephew, bro. I found a couple of Burnett's, but they're like. And I don't think a lot of them dudes don't want to even come out, bro. To be honest, I don't even think them dudes like who the fuck wants to come out and say, "Hey, I got my cheeks taken." I mean, that's some wild shit. The kid calls him the kid. Fuck yeah, bro.
No matter what camp you're at, your reputation follows you, and somebody knows you from down there that's up here.
No disability.
So I fuck out my ass for protection. And be took
I
care
wish I
of.
could get it. Matter of
So I
fact,
ain't
I'm
gotta
trying
worry
to.
about some dickhead over here saying, "All right, this is one I want." I know he's a weak motherfucker. Penitentiary term, I'm a fuck boy. Street term, I'm just goddamn a turnout.
For a boy to leave me, or the person I was with leave me, you know what I'm saying? They had to give me.
If I was a betting man, I say Thomas Harris is no longer with us. And that's sad to say. I mean, that man is broken. The definition of broken. Like the true definition of broken. Like that shit breaks my heart, man. It's like I'm a cold-hearted motherfucker, but that shit gives me like, you know, it's bad.
Your reputation follows you, and somebody knows you from down there that's up here. So I fuck out my ass for protection, and be took care of. So I ain't got to worry about some dickhead over here saying, "All right, this is one I want." I know he's a weak motherfucker. Penitentiary term, I'm a fuck boy.
Damn, bro. That's some fucked up shit, man. That's can you imagine fucking like how can you live that way? Like the options, like I had to suck a dick to stay alive. Like, well, what kind of fucking options are those, man? Like, I can't even. I'm like, I'm kind of speechless because I can't. Like, what can you say for this dude? You you know what kind of letter Mark sending this guy? Let me go back. Y'all seen the effect right here. Y'all check y'all seen poor old Thomas Harris.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be there for you. Okay, so cool. About a week goes by. Man. Now, if you want
To another.
I fuck.
If he stayed gone, he was doing different things and with it, and he got with this other dude. You know what I'm saying? He
About to join these smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because the dope come from me. After that, I say you got two choices. You can either be
if he stayed gone.
Right.
just tossing that. Relationship was gravy. All good.
Gonna make him trick. What you gonna do?
Because the dope come from he slacked up from going to church.
Going through after I
To her. So I called him. All good.
gonna make him. So he did.
It bothered me at times. You know, so I've even
More now I'm finna sell you to him. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't everything about his life, when he first came to prison just changed.
In other words, yeah, you can say I fucked his life up.
You heard what the guy said. You seen the you seen the reaction of Thomas Harris of how vulnerable that guy was. That guy, any kind of alcohol in him, it would have been a tragic story. That guy was broken. He was shattered, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it would take for somebody that broken to come back. Honestly, I don't. Like, look at Hips. Hips got some stable, loving, caring parents that he still can cherish. He still came out to a home, a family loving environment, mom cooking dinner still. What if Thomas Harris didn't come out to the same type of structure support system? And you can see how Hips is still struggling with his demons. He's still struggling. That man is 50-something years old and still going in and out of jail. In and out of jail. And then you check out the letters.
If he stayed gone for 5, 6 years or whatever, if he ever come back to prison and there's someone in prison that remember him from then, he will always be a boy.
It bothered me at times. You know, so I've even wrote him letters to apologize.
Okay, man. Imagine Thomas Harris getting a letter from this guy. That would have been the nail in the coffin for Thomas Harris. You wouldn't blame Thomas Harris for doing something outrageous. Just look at him. Thomas Harris was a broken man. I don't know what it would take from a broken man to come back that broken. You see Mendenhall. Mendenhall, he wasn't really too broken. Pretty cool. It wasn't, he wasn't really too broken. Well, maybe not at the time of the documentary. But even then, that Thomas Harris dude had probably already been broken time before. So when he was telling his story, recanting, it was eating him alive. So when Mendenhall was telling his story, it was almost like, kind of jokingly and like consensual. You really didn't get to see the real victim of what the real guy was going through. You see the expression on that dude, Thomas Harris, man, that it's just, if you're not human, and just by listening to what happens to these guys from Mark's words, you gotta have some kind of empathy and sympathy for what that guy went through, man.
No matter what camp you're at, your reputation follows you, and somebody knows you from down there that's up here. So I fuck out my ass for protection, and be took care of. So I ain't got to worry about some dickhead over here saying, all right, this is one I want. I know he's a weak motherfucker.
See, but what I don't understand is, like, where's all his anger at when these guys first tried him? He has a little bit of rage and anger and sadness in him. But why wait till it happens? Why not have or show some kind of this type of rage that you're showing right here? But after this, it's already too late. I'm pretty sure he could have picked up a lock in a sock or a canned food or made some kind of equipment and said, no, you know what, man, you ain't trying that on me. I'm sticking this up in you. Fuck it. Or sticking the first one. Lock my ass up. But it's sad that you can see the anger and the hatred, the sadness in his face, voice, his eyes.
Penitentiary term, I'm a fuckboy. Street term, I'm just goddamn a turnout.
For a boy.
That's sad, man. For you to realize that you're nothing more than a piece of property that somebody can just basically come use you as a cum bucket, as a shitter box.
When he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison? Exactly. That ain't got a damn thing to do with him. When he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison? That politics, that ain't got a damn thing to do with him. When he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison?
See, those are some very hateful words. And after you realize, after what happens to the white man, not just to any white man, to any race, because it happens to the blacks, it happens to the Mexicans, it happens to the whites. But to strictly pinpoint one race, to say, I don't care what happens to the Caucasian or the white man, that tells me you don't care about what happens to the Mexican. Let's keep it real. Or any other race for that means.
You know, doing that's illegal stuff.
My case is
You don't gotta have power to be racist, bro. That's not ignorant. It is.
I shot a guy.
They are.
He was the opposite gang member. I got 20 years for it.
See, I wouldn't know what a blood is or what I never dealt with gangs. You know, so I don't.
Man, his dad seems like a pretty cool. Like, man, I don't know what this guy got going on. I don't know, man. You know, lock his ass up, but you know, I don't know. You know, but I guess that's the father and son bond ain't there. It sucks. You know what I mean? The father and bond ain't there. Cause fuck it. I mean, I don't know, man. You know, the way he speaks is like, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I tried.
Well, I was blind about all that. There was no man in the house for him growing up, so he was around a bunch of ladies.
You see, you heard what his dad said. He was around a bunch of ladies. And we all know these single moms got to have these side dudes around them. All these dudes, I mean, salty lips. Oh, yeah. Boger's cough. What the fuck is Boger's? Let's get back to the audio, man.
Mother signed him off to his great grandmother, and she had control of it.
You know, all these single mothers, we all know 9 out of 10 times always bring these deadbeat losers around their kids. We heard it right now. I'm gonna I'm gonna go play it right now where they said Mark was a victim and he had empathy for he felt sorry for the guy that did it for him. Shit, God forbid. But I'm 45, I'm 45 years old. I just kind of say, if that shit happened to me now, I'm kind of fucking old. But yeah, they did, man. That's Mumbai. That's what Hips told me, man. Hips told me. I said, man, what's the wild stuff you seen, Hips? He goes, man, look, the wild stuff is that they would gamble their boys. Like, and I guess that's the best next thing, out here, when you run out of money or you run out of anything to gamble with. I seen people gamble their shoes, their dogs, whatever they got that holds value. So I guess in penitentiary, the boys hold value. So when you're at that poker table, hey, what's the pot? Oh, the boys are in the pot. Well, how's that? And I asked him, how does that work out? I mean, does the winner take 3 boys in there, or how does that work? He goes, no, he just gets him and he gets to control them. They're his. Man, that's wild, man. So I mean, that's really some gladiator, Roman emperor type of shit. When you can gamble with these guys for actual property, these guys are actual property of that's the thing, man. That a lot of people didn't sign up to go to prison to get. Like that little poor white dude that did Daniel Williamson. I think that dude had a year. But see, I don't know how they do it in Alabama. I don't but see, Texas, they got too many prisons where they're gonna send you and they're gonna classify you right, man. They're not just gonna fucking classify you and send you to the wolves. Unless you're a fuck up and disrespecting the guards and whatnot. But even then, they're not gonna put you with people that have what they do, because I was. But at the same time, I put myself in medium custody. When you go to medium custody, there's all kinds of people there, from life, 80 years, 45. Everybody's in medium custody. So you get to interact with all these type of characters. Come on, Dante. You don't know. You don't. This is Dante right here, man.
That boy never, not one weekend went by that he can't stay with me. That his great grandmama didn't call my house as soon as we got him to the house.
But see, that makes sense too. They didn't want Mark to go over there to his father's house to tell them what was going on. Hey, Dad, I know me and you don't get along too good, but maybe that relationship wasn't there. That Mark could have told his dad, hey, mom's boyfriend or aunt's boyfriend or even grandma's boyfriend is doing this to me. Somebody's doing this to me.
All kind of weird complaints and stuff. He needed to be back home. I had to actually take him back several times. Same time, she never gave him the chance to stay with him. It was always like they thought maybe somebody was gonna take him or something from him. It never was like that. And once he got up 12, 13, then she wants to go and call me. Want me to chastise the child or something. At that age, it was impossible. I would have had to fight him and all this here to get him, and I just couldn't see it. I mean, it wouldn't have happened. It would have been worse, I think, with me and him than it is now. If I had tried that, the areas that he stayed so much a symbol.
Hold on. Let me put the body lifter one.
I got this meal out of 73 cents. I don't care.
The hustling. You can't play.
I basically met Lamar Moore in 9.
Out, you know, what they call fresh.
Let's find Mark where his workout buddy.
Prostitution, murders.
By that time, you know, it was before.
Because it's something at the time I didn't know.
I brought it to him.
Found a bunch of ladies. Found a bunch. And chastised the child. We never denied him nothing. I offered
What I got. This explains all. Assembles my time in prison. The clock got 2 arrows pointing to 10. Twice, meaning 20 years. What I got. I've been betrayed so much by people who I thought loved me, as far as dealing with women on the street. You know what I'm saying? Even women in my family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have no problem with accepting real love from whoever. The first time fucked some ass was in 10 Dome at Limestone. I knew he was a boy, but what caught my interest because he lifted weights, you know. And at that time, I was often working out real heavy. He promised me, he said, man, I ain't gonna bring it to you. If you don't want to fuck with another man, I ain't gonna pressure you to. So one night we was in the cell. We had he just had a T-shirt.
You see, this same one right here that he's talking about, Jonathan Schwartz is talking about the prison queen. The prison queen that him and Mark went. Let me see if I can find it where he talks about his prison queen. Oh, that's the demonstration. There you go. It was the queen that one guy that Mark's guy. Let me put him. I guess hold on the next live that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna match everything Jonathan Schwartz said on the documentary. You know, Mark is talking about a person that he was in love with, a person that he cracked. Let me see.
And some boxer shorts on. I didn't try to avoid the situation. I brought it to him. I cracked him for his ass.
You see, on the Jonathan Schwartz interview, Jonathan says that Mark and his prison queen, that same one, had been in a numerous romantic relationship. Marcus is a deviant.
After that, I went and took a shower and cleaned myself up and everything. And I felt guilty. I felt bad. I felt like I had just committed the ultimate sin. You know, I got back from him for a while because I had started having feelings that I didn't think were right. I started caring about this motherfucker. I mean, you know, laying up in my bed thinking about him. I might be on the way pile thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? I might see him talking to another dude, and I become angry on the
What the fuck
inside.
is
It's like
conjecture? What the fuck is that?
jealousy or what it
Conjecture.
was.
What the
I
fuck
don't
is
want to say
conjecture?
love, you know what I'm saying, but it's just something I couldn't explain. And I transferred. I go to another prison.
He had a movie. He was broken hearted. He was having too many feelings. Uh, I had scheduled here in a little bit. We're gonna get Young Blood, Bobby, and hopefully Warden Wise all together on the live, and let them interact with each other, tell their stories, and yeah, you're right about that, bro. He's he talks about me talking about Mark. It's like, bro, I bet you I give you wet dreams just every day. You wake up and I look at my phone. I look at my phone, and it's my time, right? It's like 6:30 my time, but I gotta know that he's an hour ahead on me. So it's actually 7:30 where he's at. So he's already up. By the time I'm getting up, he's already up. So I'm like, I'm looking at the comments. And thank you, John, man. You give me the motivation and the strength, man. If it wasn't for you, man, I probably wouldn't even be doing this. Thank you, man. Thank you, John. No, I love your reaction. I love your reaction, man. I love it. I know it's okay.
I never seen him again.
What are you gonna call me? What's
Well,
what's
you
the
know,
comeback?
the first man I was with
No elementary comeback, please. Take
really,
time, think about it.
really messed my head up for a while. I've
I
had
ain't
some
going
people
nowhere.
call me. Uh,
Take time, think about it, come back.
at that time, I was really more scared because this individual, more or less, I was, he was, I can't think of the word for it. Anyway, he was very dominant, very controlling. I couldn't talk to nobody, couldn't go anywhere without either him being there or something said about it. Anyway, he brought it to me. I cried. I definitely cried. As many nights I remember walking back to my dorm after they cleared the count. I'd cry on the way. You know, ask myself, how would I get into this? You know, and sometimes I'd ask God, how could how could this happen? Because it's something at the time I didn't understand at all.
And I believe that today that we have to ask God to help our brother David Mendenhall, who has been in trouble. How many years has he served?
It's going on 6 years
Oh,
now.
6 years. Maybe, we don't know, we don't judge.
Didn't
God,
do
we're
it.
not to say whether he did or whether he did not.
He
The
didn't do
Lord,
it on
6
purpose.
years, God, ought to be long enough.
Jesus.
God, 6 years, Lord, ought to be enough time.
They moved in here and before the baby came, and they had it furnished nice, and they had.
I'll be back, y'all. I'm gonna go see her. Mind you, I suppose for a Mexican. What are you talking about, man? Man, you need help, Dante. But you're entertaining, John McNay. That's why I haven't banned you. I banned everybody else, all your personas. John McNee, keep you around, man. Keep you around for a few laughs. And when I get tired of you, I'm gonna do you like how you do Mark. Just ban you. Nah, man. I'm not the sharpest knife in the jar by far, by any means. By far, by any means. But see, the thing is, I try to surround myself that are gonna make me better. I try to surround myself that more people that are more educated and uh more knowledgeable on certain topics. I'm not insecure of my manhood and be like, oh no, this guy knows too much more than me. He's gonna outshine me. No, man. I'm the type of guy, take the spotlight away from me. If I could put the light on you, hey, let's put the light on you. I'm not like you like I said it before, man. You're the P. Diddy of the content creator. You're out there looking for the next big star. By I mean big star, you look at content creator. Somebody that's gonna gravitate and grab the people's audience. It's like the A&R, man. You're the P. Diddy. What's going on, JoJo? Nah, bro. We sticking to it, bro. It is what it is. They keep on moving the goal line, then fuck it. They should have been 100 yards. Now they moved it to like 500 yards. I'm still gonna get my touchdown. I'm still gonna get my touch. I'm still gonna get my victory dance. I'm gonna get my touchdown one way or another. I'm gonna get my victory dance. I'm not there yet. They just keep on, like how you said, Blanco. They keep on stretching out the field, but it's okay. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. I ain't gonna follow you off the bridge or off that cliff, but I'll follow you. He makes fun of, okay, caliber. To me, it sounds the same shit, bro. Okay. Tomato, you understood what I was meaning. If it bothered you that much, I would have respected you more and say, bro, you're not saying the right word. Educate me, man. But you're not that type of man. You're the type of man that sees another man do wrong or speak wrong, and instead of encouraging him and speak proper, you want to laugh. That's why God doesn't. That's why God. There's two calipers, bro. There's the brake calipers and there's calipers to measure. You know that, you idiot? And then the caliber of a gun. Fucking stupid fuck. Just because I pronounce it the wrong way doesn't mean that I don't know what the meanings are. You see, I don't portray myself to be the smartest individual. We all have our fucking flaws. We're human. But the thing is, some of us can accept our flaws and be like, hey, man, I'm human, bro. I fucked up. Some are narcissists and cowards and got to speak to third persons and can't hold themselves accountable. You see? That's totally different. I'm going to get it. Nah, they haven't. They took off. They took off, man. What are you going to call me now? And what else? More? Call me some more else, man. And we go play. Let me see. Man, I like John. John's cool, man. Keeps me entertained. Look at that, John. Fuck, we're going on 2 hours. And this is all because of you, John. You give me the motivation, the strength to continue. Thank you.
I tell him to turn.
I was about to get off, but you still want my attention.
So he turns, he moves slightly.
Or is it because of
I
this?
tell him to turn around again. He still doesn't want to turn all the way around. So I said, bitch, if I have to tell you to turn around one more time, I'll break your jaw. So he turns around.
Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison? Exactly. That they got a damn thing to do with him when he could be down there being the voice for the Latino people in Texas, but he want to get in black people business. Who gives a damn what a black man did to a white dude in prison?
He make him come out his clothes. First, he reluctant about coming out his clothes, so he slap him again. So when he slap him this time, he gonna come up out his clothes. He go to feeling on him. He go to feeling on him.
I squeeze his ass cheeks.
2 handfuls.
2 handfuls. He tenses up, you know. So I started to pull his shirt off of him.
I got a confession to make, man. I be grabbing 2 handfuls too. My hot dog got 2 handfuls. Fetzo. My dog Brownie. He's a thick boy. And he got 2 handfuls. Now I got me 2 handfuls right there, man. I gotta confess, man. You know, I grabbed me 2 handfuls too. I was telling my wife, man, I was gonna make a video of my 2 boys, man. These 2 guys my 2 boys are always with me.
I give him the grease. I tell him to put some on his finger, stick it in his ass, and you know what I'm saying, kind of like fuck himself to loosen himself up, because I know he had never been penetrated before. It was his first time. And also, you know what I'm saying, just an old penitentiary trick that I learned from some old convicts. If he screamed rape, you know what I'm saying, he had grease on his fingernail. So he greased his own self up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna basically lie and tell him I've been fucking him. He's been my boy. Hell, they gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm gonna go to the extreme and get 4 or 5 other guys that lie and say I've been fucking him too, been taking care of him. He's been my boy. So I get the grease. I grease my penis up. You know what I'm saying? So I lay him down on the bunk, flat on his stomach.
Hey, is that true, bro? Where's like what video is that where they send him the money and I've never seen that. Hey, I kind of figured that out. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they got some. I don't know what they got going on. No, Fleece is cool, man. What's going on, Fleece? You were right about this guy. 20 years, no booty. You knew what time it was. Fleece knew. He got the bootyology doctrine. You might as well call him Dr. Bootyology. What's going on, Fleece? Call him Dr. Bootyology. You know, he's the professor. Hey, if Fleece says you won, man.
rubbing his ass, you know what I'm saying? Squeezing his ass cheeks, rub my fingers up and down his back, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk him through it, tell him to relax, you know what I'm saying? He's still begging. You know, like I said, I didn't care to hear any of that. You know what I'm saying? I had made up my mind. So I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slowly at first, you know what I'm saying, to try to loosen him up. So he's groaning and, you know what I'm saying, moaning and telling me how it hurts. So, you know, I bag out a little bit, just tell him to relax, breathe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking him. At this time,
I'm gonna go reach out to Youngblood and Bobby and see if we can get this live here going on at here in a little bit shortly. Here's some stories from these guys and their opinions on the Mark Moore and the janky promoter Dante. We'll be back, y'all.